Ah yes, the law of attraction. Some people say it's pseudoscience, mumbly-bumbly garbage. Other people say it's gonna change your life, and there's all sorts of courses and stuff about it. And naturally, I get a lot of questions and inquiries about how to use it, how to apply it, and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I don't really give it too much credence, not because I have one opinion one way or the other. It's mostly because I think I've got something that's a hell of a lot stronger. I call it the law of attention. Your attention is more important than your time and your money and your energy and all these other sorts of resources, because where you spend your attention dictates how you spend your time and your money and energy and all those other resources. Furthermore, your attention works on both a conscious and subconscious level. So right now you're consciously giving me attention, you're consciously hearing these words, but subliminally and on a very emotional level, we also have attention that's kind of like this radar that's sensing and just scanning everything around us. So the big example everybody always uses is like if you're going car shopping, for example, and you want a blue Toyota, suddenly you start picking out those blue Toyotas all over the place. You didn't attract them to you, they were always there, but because your attention is kind of in the back of your mind going blue Toyota, blue Toyota, blue Toyota, there it is, you are able to pick up on these sorts of things. And therein lies why the law of attention can work. Because all day, every day, you're surrounded by a million messages and a million points of reference and noise, and especially it's getting noisier because of the internet and social media, and all of this stuff just ends up being chaos to your mind. But where your attention is like a fishing lure that picks up on all the things that are relevant to you based on where your attention is. So this can be things that are positive and very good, which is why some people are like, oh, it's so easy to lose weight. Oh, making gains is no problem at all. It's getting into workouts pretty quick. And there are other people who are like, I can't lose weight to save my life, or it's impossible to build muscle once you're over 30. These attitudes and beliefs are directing the attention to focus on whatever instances they find, whatever little bits of examples in real life, whatever they find in the media to support these ideas, and all the stuff that goes against it that says, no, you can definitely build muscle after 30, your attention's just not gonna pick up on it, so for you, it's like it doesn't exist. The sad reality is that for a lot of us, we're not doing anything proactive to guide and condition where we are focusing our attention. With all the media out there and you're scrolling on Instagram and the news at night and the TV's on and the radio's on in the background and stuff, it's just like wandering around aimlessly, and whatever forces around you are literally directing your attention, saying, hey, pay attention to this, pay attention to that, and it's just without ship without a rudder, as it were. So being able to direct your attention in the direction you want it to go is practically like a superpower in this day and age. The first thing that we need to do is to pay attention to, well, where you put your attention, because this helps break out of the mindless drag of getting pulled in every direction, which way here and there every day by other people who are trying to get your attention against your consent or against your interest. Once you've got more attention of where you're spending your attention, then it's a matter of directing your intention in areas you want it to go. Now, this is an area where a lot of people mess up when it comes to fitness, because a lot of people are not focusing their attention on getting stronger. They're focusing their attention on not being weak. They're not focusing their attention on getting leaner. They're focusing their attention on not being fat. You want to direct your attention towards the things you want primarily, and most of the time you'll avoid the things to a large degree that you don't. And then finally, the last thing, of course, is to take massive action, because attention begets action and action begets attention. Like back in college, when my buddy and I, all we did was race and ride mountain bikes, and drove our girlfriends crazy at the time because they're like, all you guys do is you pay attention to bikes and you talk about bikes, and that's all you guys ever talk about. It's like, because that's all we're ever doing is racing mountain bikes, so all of our attention is on the bikes. Probably should have put a little more on the girlfriend, but that's because action begets attention, and it just creates this cycle. And that cycle, of course, can be positive in spinning you in good directions, which is why the people who seemingly always get the positive results have that going. It's a momentum. Or it can be going negative. And if you feel that negative momentum going, give it some patience. It's going to take some time to kind of steer that battleship in another direction. But just simply taking daily inventory of your attention, inventory of where you're putting your attention, especially on things like media sources, and then having even small bits of action to direct that attention creates that more positive cycle, therefore employing the, quote, law of attention into more of an attractive approach for what you want. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. Don't give into this idea. It's like one of the things I think a lot of people get sucked into the law of attraction of, like, if I just think positive thoughts, like nothing bad will ever happen and I'll be able to be immune from any sort of consequence. And yeah, no, doesn't happen that way. Bad things are going to happen. You could put all your attention on being healthy and strong and whatever you want, and it's still going to go south from you from time to time, because no matter how much attention you have, you're not omnipotent. You can't control everything in your life. This is just about directing some of the influences in your life to go in the direction you want. But of course, you don't have complete control at all times. Something to think about. More videos here. Thank you very much for watching. Comments and questions down below. Be fit and live free.